I was on a flight home for my wedding after wrapping up a project overseas when the plane went down. When Victoria Hawthorne heard the news, she called my phone, frantic. I was pinned in the twisted metal, unable to move, letting the calls go to voicemail. I don't care what it costs. You have to find Nathaniel Ashton. My heart swelled with love for her, but then I heard the rest of her sentence. Once you find him, transplant his heart into Marcus. Marcus doesn't have much time left. Ms. Hawthorne, Mr. Ashton's legs are shattered. We need to operate immediately, or he'll be crippled for life. Victoria's voice was like ice. No. Marcus's surgery comes first. We can't risk any delays. Besides, her voice grew colder still. A cripple is easier to control. When I bring my son home, he won't be in any position to object. I lay just a few feet away from her, tears streaming down my face. The wedding I had looked forward to for 10 years was nothing but a charade, and I was just a tool. Later, because of me, this very tool, Victoria would tear the heart from Marcus's chest with her own hands. Rescue workers spotted me and carefully lifted me from the wreckage. Every inch they moved was a fresh agony, like being pierced by 1,000 knives, but it was nothing compared to the pain in my chest. Seeing me lying there, motionless, Victoria spoke without restraint. I've had the artificial heart flown in. After the surgery, tell him his own heart was ruptured in the fall. I don't need to spell out the rest, do I? The doctor, busy dressing my wounds, looked increasingly distressed. He couldn't help himself. Ms. Hawthorne, Mr. Ashton's legs are broken. If we don't operate now, he will be permanently disabled. He's such a proud man. He won't be able to handle it. Victoria didn't hesitate. No, Marcus's surgery is the priority. We can't afford any delays. And, though my eyes were closed, I could feel her cold gaze on me. I promised Marcus years ago that our child would be the sole heir to the Hawthorne fortune. That will never change. Marrying me is the best outcome Nathaniel could ever hope for. As long as he's obedient and treats my son as his own, I'll be good to him. The doctor was still hesitant. But what if Mr. Ashton finds out the boy is your biological son? Victoria gently took my one uninjured hand, her thumb tracing patterns on my fingers. He's so naive. He hasn't figured it out in the last 5 years. He won't figure it out in the future. She suddenly leaned down and pressed a kiss to my forehead. I had to fight every instinct to keep from flinching away. Victoria's whisper was a demon's caress. During the surgery, please make sure he feels no pain. Use the best of everything. He has a very low tolerance for pain. The doctor couldn't bear to look anymore and sent someone to prepare the operating room. Ms. Hawthorne, if you don't love Mr. Ashton, why did you agree to marry him? Why not just marry Mr. Donovan? That way, no one would have gotten hurt. Victoria's voice was detached, emotionless, because the husband of a Hawthorne must be an Ashton. A fresh wave of pain washed over me. For all these years, I thought our love was mutual. I had even bragged to my friends that it was possible to find true love in an arranged marriage. What true love? She wasn't interested in me. She was interested in the Ashton family's power and my own gullibility. Victoria personally wheeled me into the operating room. Along the way, she repeatedly instructed the surgeons to ensure the procedure was a success and to minimize my suffering. The other doctors and nurses whispered about how lucky I was to be so cherished by the great Victoria Hawthorne. As the doors to the operating room swung shut, I heard her making a call. Destroy the plane's black box. Make sure it's clean. And the personnel involved? Send them all away. Leave no loose ends. After today, this was an ordinary aviation accident.